not gonna watch it. We're not gonna watch it again. Oh, I gotta mute myself. There we go. Hey guys, how's it going? How's everyone doing? We're back with some more reel-to-reel tapes. I hope you all have had a wonderful time since we last listened to reel-to-reel tapes. Yeah, I'm excited. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Motion Design. Welcome back. Anyone joining for the first time, welcome to you as well. Some interesting updates. I don't know if I should turn this down. First off, we got reel-to-reel holders, which look like orange nipples. They look like orange nipples. I've been waiting for these for a month. They were supposed to come in like a week. Got delayed by USPS for like over a month. And here they arrive. Bright orange and just look just like nipples. Or I guess they kind of look like the Jack in the Box hats. But yeah, I'm not thrilled with the color. Tiny traffic cones, yeah, there you go. But they do hold the reels on, so I guess that's all that matters. Aesthetically, it's not the best, but what are we gonna do? Oh, you got your holder. Yeah, I don't have to use the clips anymore. Where are those? There they are. We're moving on from this with a piece of cloth to professional orange nipple holders. I'm gonna turn down my mic. It's a little hot. I'll just compress it a bit more. Test. There we go. Cool. Sweet. Also a great episode for anyone that watched the main show last night. It was amazing. It was one of my favorite episodes in a while. If you're in the chat, let me know what you're sipping. I got a nice room temperature margarita. I didn't have any ice, and the tequila was warm, but I did have a refrigerated margarita mix. So, you take the little wins when you can. Cool. So, just to review, I think most of you guys know what the deal is, but hold on, I'm messing with I got a new preamp too, so I'm messing with the compression here. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Yes, so all of you that may not know, I bought this reel-to-reel tape machine. The guy who sold it to me, he bought it from an estate sale. At that estate sale, he also picked up 15 to 20 reel-to-reel tapes. So we've been listening through those. We don't know who they are or where they came from. Hey, Aiden. Munching on some chips. Hell yeah. We don't know who they are, but we have some clues. We know that they lived in Torrance/Anaheim area. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me... This mic is just a little hot. Test. It's a lot lower now. How about now? Fuck it. Test. Alright. Anyway. We know they live in Torrance or some place close to that. We've listened to an officer talk about drugs. We've listened to a guy from Alcoholics Anonymous talk to, I think, the same class of people. During the stream last week, I found myself furiously Googling things like Dave Torrance High School and Torrance Hypnotism 1950s and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's going to be really exciting. Who knows what we're going to find this time? But hopefully it will be some good stuff. Well, answers. The hypnosis one, yeah. The hypnosis one was crazy. Cool. Also, I learned a lesson from Aiden to just listen through the whole thing, even if there's a lot of dead silence for a while. Just listen, because you never know what's gonna happen, or what you're gonna find. Cool. So here are the options we got for tonight. This one is one I've been recording on, so there's nothing on that. Let me pull them out. Boop. All right. Hey, Wavy. Okay, so we got an unmarked one. Unmarked. Don't know what's on it. And then we got, I think we're going to start off with this one. I'm just going to make an executive decision. And then I'm going to say we're going to go with Steven number 1. And this is on like a different, like this is like the only type of case of this tape. Like a lot of them have like repeating like the same cases, but this one I guess is on a unique reel, so that's kind of interesting. So yeah, we're gonna listen to Steven number 1. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm guessing they're all from the same estate, or they're like music records reels that they've kept. This one's kind of not in the best shape either. We got like a bunch of, we got tape everywhere. And then Aiden and Wavy, if you have not already noticed, my reel holders came in and they look like orange nipples. So, yeah, not what I expected. Really hoped for something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, but here we go. When you can't hold the reels yourself, call upon the orange nipples. I know. I think I'm just like, I think my mind's kind of fucked up because Kevin also said little traffic cones. So I think there's just something wrong with me. All right. On the case for the other one. I'm gonna put that other case. Here, let me pull up the chat on my phone. Alex, it's possible he bought a bunch of reels at the start of the purchase and then down the line got a different brand, hence the new look. That's what I think. Maybe, you know, but this one, it looks the most beat up. And it's the only case that looks like that. So maybe it's the first one. I don't know. There's no date on it though, so. Am I in a new room today? I'm not in a new room, but I changed the format, so I changed like the framing, so now it's just full tape here, and then up here by my face, it's just my face. Cool. Cool. All right. Got the chat up here. Sweet. All right, so I hope everyone has their tape machines ready because we're gonna switch the tape now. These reel holders are good. They actually stick on here really well. It takes a lot to pull them off. I don't need to pull that one off, but okay. Roll up this guy. Take him off. Oh yeah, I was looking for the case for this. Where did I put that tape box? I don't know where it is. I'm gonna put it here for now. Okay. Ooh. Sound alerts are disabled. I wanted to make you improv another Universe Glitch commercial. We were actually talking about floating the idea of always having the commercial sound alert on. It would be more premium for formats that it doesn't naturally happen in, like Jonks or something. But for like $10, it's basically like you get to buy an ad spot and everything now, and then you basically do what you would do with the commercial, but kind of just make it available at all times, because commercials are really something else. Cool. So we're listening to Steven number 1. It's like Mozart's 5th, but it's Steven number 1. Wavy says, I honestly think the commercials are sometimes the best part. I think so too. I think it's there's something about it, because we literally have to create the whole thing. We have to create the whole thing right there. Like there's no, like we literally have to set up all of it. So it is extremely spontaneous. It's like the most spontaneous part of the show, I think. Like that's why it's really cool. And it's an exact like one-to-one collab with the chat, which is super cool. So I definitely want to try to figure out how we can incorporate it more. Was Steven the son's name? Good observation, Kevin. I think it was Dave. I think Dave was the son's name. Yeah. Cool. We got our take-up reel. You know what we're doing, folks. We're taking the reel down, letting some slack out, under the thing, over the other thing, and around we go. Oh, did I put this on right? Slide number 1. I did it. I'm so good. Up through the wheel, around the smiley face cigar. And if you don't have enough tape, just keep unwinding it. Alright. Around here. Good lord. There's like a weird kink in this tape. Okay. Trying to get this. You gotta get it right on the loop here. I'm completely covering it with my hands, so you can't see it, but it's super interesting. I just can't possibly do this in a way that can show you. Oop. Oh. Boom. And it's linked. Easy there, tape. Easy, buddy. Boom. I'm already hearing some odd noises, which is a great sign. Don't forget to reset the counter. Boop. Cool. What does electrical tape sound like when you run it through this? That's a good question. Maybe that will be my final tape stream. Just run a whole reel of electrical tape. Why are you all so horny about these tapes? I mean, these tapes are sexy, so it's okay to be horny about them. Alright. I don't know how loud this is going to be. I want to blow out your eardrums. I guess I'll just turn it down. Okay. I present to you Steven number 1. hear something. I think I heard a hello. This is already fucking spooky. There's no way someone just recorded them faintly saying hello and then just ended it, right? Looking around for ghosts just to make sure, none showed up. Okay, cool. I think that's just the sound of the tape reels. It sounds like whatever it is, like it was recording though, because there's like weird static changes. Like they were hitting the record button but didn't hook up the mic or something. Cool, chill. Looks like this was maybe their first test tape because they taped the wrong way. But that was sick. Did you fuck uploading it? This is side number 1. Yeah, it's side number 1, so I think they just maybe loaded it wrong when they were recording it. But we'll just rewind. I can't wait to hear what they said. Oh god. Oh. That wasn't the cleanest stop, but we'll take it. Alright, we're gonna flip this around. I should have recorded when the voice came on, so we didn't have to listen to it through it again, but oh well. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I guess I have to, if it plays backwards, I have to load it from this side. And then play it in reverse? Yeah. So, to explain this, it only goes like one way. Like you can't just flip the reel and then load it the same way. It won't spin right. So you basically have to just like load it the opposite way, so now you're playing it backwards. But how it used to work, it was basically like flipping a vinyl, but instead of just flipping the vinyl, the whole side would play over to this reel, so it would look like this. It would start over here, play all the way through here, and then it would all end up on this reel, and then you could play side 2 by just going in reverse, and then you would hear side 2. So I've never loaded this backwards. It's actually a lot easier to load backwards. Alright. We're gonna go up. And try this again. Cool. And so I have to play it backwards now. I may have to mono the audio output too. The more I look, the more they do look like weird debauched orange nipples. Yeah, if I took them off and showed you, that was like the first thing that came to my mind. Okay. Oh, you hear that? Hello. They said hello. And it was on the left side, so I'll just put everything on the left side. All right. Hey, Prime Lasagna. I saw you walk in. No, I'm drinking a lukewarm margarita. I had one, no ice, two, warm tequila, and three refrigerated margarita mix. So I made a margarita. How is it backwards both ways? Because I should be able to play it, right? And then...
So let's understand it. Let's understand.
It's so loud, I'm sorry. Okay. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong, guys? It's like a puzzle. Yeah, exactly. This tape is a puzzle. Need to rewind the whole thing. That's a good idea, motion design. Yeah, I might, yeah, let's do that. Also, I gotta figure out which side this tape is. Hold on, let me play it again just to figure out what side this tape is on. Try not to blow your eardrums out.
What we're going to do, first of all, with the patient. First of all, we've got to establish rapport. We've got to get on a friendly basis. Well, as for taking a few notes on what is going on, we're going to have fully comprehensive report forms, which you're going to have to fill up, like all good organisations, in triplicate. And we're going to have a file on each individual case. You'll have a file, and so will head office have a file on each individual case. You'll record on that file all about the patient. This takes time. It isn't a matter, too, of how long you've been ill.
Okay, cool. This sounds like one of the probably the most interesting tapes so far. So let's rewind all of it. There's one wobbly nipple. Can you spot the wobbly nipple? Should I touch it? Should I touch it? I'm not gonna touch it. Should I touch it? I'm not gonna touch it. But should I? I'm not gonna. Maybe I should. I'm not gonna touch it. Nah. I'm not gonna. Maybe I should. This is going so fast. Look at that stop. We got a question. Were all people's voices fashionably nasally, or did recording voices at the time miss out on some part of the human voice? I think it was like the accent. I think it's called the transatlantic like accent, where people thought it was like cool or hip or fancy to talk like and apparently like that was I learned about this. I can't remember where I learned it from, but that like was an accent that didn't exist, and like it was established by people, actors in movies and stuff, that like started talking in that way, and then people picked up on it and started talking that way too. But I don't know. You guys could fact check that. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Cool. We rewinded basically this whole thing, so now it should play normally. Got a very low guitar recording. This was the first ever guitar recorded. Can you guys believe that? I'm afraid to turn it up more because I'm afraid like someone's just gonna start talking and then it's gonna blow our eardrums out. Well, that was nice. I wonder if this is a concept album. Oh. I'm just going to turn my mic down so we can hear. You guys can hear this a little bit better. It's interesting because this tape ends. It's like a memento where you see the ending at the beginning. We know the tape ends with a scientist talking about some sort of like research that they're doing. And it starts with some bluegrass music. Yeah, I might just do that, Wavy. I might just run it through my preamp. Hold, please. I'm going to rewire some stuff. But you guys can listen to... I don't have any nice music. Maybe I'll find some royalty-free stuff real quick that you can enjoy while I run this through the preamp, and then we can really hear what it sounds like. What kind of genre do you guys want? What kind of genre of music? We're gonna listen to some great royalty-free beats. Ragtime. Polka. Alright, polka it is. Thank you for the suggestion, Spacious Barn. Yeah, I'll just type in ragtime polka and see what comes up. Ragtime polka. The worst polka. Alright, this is it, guys. This royalty-free jam is called The Worst Polka. Enjoy. Alright, I'm gonna change the wires on this. How'd you guys like that? I think I got it all hooked up. I'm gonna turn this down. Let's see. Oh, but now I gotta listen to myself talk. We're missing some great banjo music. I know what's wrong. I'm here to deliver the best experience of reel-to-reel tape listening, specifically from the 1950s, that you guys have ever witnessed, okay? And sometimes that comes at the cost of doing a little tech troubleshooting. So bear with me while we get this absolutely right. Audio device and channel are already in use. The fuck does that mean? Oh. Boom. Okay. I don't like that I'm coming through both. Does it sound weird? Okay.
God.
Cause it sounds so sweet. Well, it's hard to beat. Jug band music, Lord, it certainly was a treat for me. Well, I put on my hat, babe, I put on my shoes, and I sat down and listened to the jug band blues because it sounds so sweet. Well, it's hard to beat. Jug band music, Lord, it said it was a treat for me. Way down south in Memphis, Tennessee, jug band
There's no
music
date,
sounds so sweet to
so I'm
me
not sure.
because it sounds so sweet. Well, it's hard to beat. Jug band music, Lord, it certainly was a treat for me. Go on home, turn on the radio, hear the jug band music loud wherever you go, 'cause it sounds so sweet. Well, it's hard to beat. Jug band music, Lord, of sudden it was a treat for me. So I kicked up my hand, Lord, I kicked off my shoes, and I sat down, listened to the jug band blues, 'cause it sounds so sweet, and well, it's hard to beat.
So much is
Jug band music, Lord, of sudden it was a treat for me. Yes, kick up my hand, kick up my shoe, mama sit down, listen to the jug band blue, because it sounds so sweet. Well, it's hard to beat. Jug band music, Lord, of sudden it was a treat for me. Hey. You ever take a trip, baby, down on the mobile line, down on that mobile line now? Hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, pop, don't bother the mobile line. But that's the road to ride to ease your troubling mind. Lord, I got a little Lord, it the way it ran, this is the way it ran now. Hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, pop, don't bother the way it ran. Said, come on, boy, you know you love sugar on then. Well, I took my suitcase on in my hand. Oh, now, hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, papa, don't bother to get in the hand. Oh, when I got there, she was lying on the cooling board.
He's ripping that harmonica.
I took my baby on to the bang ground, onto that bang ground. Now, hey, Lord, my mama, hey, Lord, pop, onto the bang ground. You should have heard me cry, Lord, learn how to lower it down. Yeah, but take a trip, mama, down on the movie line, down on that movie line. Now, hey, Lord, my mama, hey, Lord, pop, don't bother the movie line. Well, that's the way to ride it, ease your troubling mind. When I die, mama, don't be your dad at all, don't be your dad at all. Now, hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, papa, don't be your dad at all. Just take my body and put it in alcohol. Oh, when I die, mama, put my picture in the fame. Hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, papa, I'm talking about a picture in the fame. My picture in the fame, you can see me just the same. That's right.
Yeah, the harmonica's rough.
When I die, mama, don't be your dad at all, don't be your dad at all. Now, hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, pop, don't be your dad at all. I just take my body and put in alcohol. Yeah, you ever take a trip, mama, down on the mobile line? Hey, Lord, mama, hey, Lord, pop, don't bother the mobile line. I rode the ride to ease your troubling mind.
Recorded a whole record. I wonder why this is called Stevie.
Well, it's a long, long way from looking down and understand. And the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. But it's a long, long way from love you're learning. Understand, understand. And the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away? Got no one or farewell? The bean on the trees left behind. Well, I would have done you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Know the words the last thing on my mind.
You recognize this song? Spacious Barn? Watch me get banned right now for playing music off a 50s reel tape.
It's a long, long way from love to learning. Understand, understand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. You going away, got no one or farewell. The beam on the trees left behind.
Interesting.
Well, I would have done you better, didn't mean to be unkind.
Johnny Cash
Know the
has
words
a
the
version.
last thing on my mind. Yes, it's a long, long way from love to learning to understand, understand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away? Got no one or farewell? And the bean on the trees left behind. Well, I would have done you better, didn't mean to be unkind. Well, you know the words that last thing
The recordings keep getting quieter and quieter. Oh.
As we march down to Valerio, as we march down to Valerio, well, our captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and they called her by name, Pretty Peggy. What will your mother think, Pretty Peggy? What will your mother think, Pretty Peggy? What will your mother think when she hears those Guinness?
Captain just found the chords and put a capo on the third. Played the song exactly as it sounded. Check that out. Playing along to someone that recorded this 70 years ago.
Come tripping down the stairs, Pretty Peggy.
If you're just joining us, we're listening to some music that was recorded on a tape titled Stephen Number 1. I have to pull my headphones out because now my mic is routed to the same source as the tape, and I can't bear to hear myself talk while I listen.
Sweet William, he's dead and he died for a maid, the sweetest young maid in the area.
Serving on. Life's alright. Just hanging out. Enjoying this Monday.
If ever I return to Peggy, oh, well, if ever I return, Pretty Peggy, oh, if ever I return, Lord City I will burn, destroying all the lies in the area.
Monday was miserable.
As we march down
That's a bummer.
to the area, as we march down to the area, well, I can't fell in love with a lady like a dove, called her by name, Pretty Peggy.
We got some intel from Spacious Barn saying the song is called The Bonnie Lass o' Fyvie. It's a Scottish folk song. How are you finding these? Are you Shazamming them? Or are you Googling the lyrics? Hell yeah. The whole town water main broke and the car AC fluid leaked all in the car. Oh, what a tough day. Holy shit. That is a miserable Monday.
Well, I hear like my old queen bee. She's been all around the country making honey.
Sinkhole shit.
Bring back home to me.
For real.
Well, it was all living this morning. Would have been just about 4 o'clock. Well, it was early this morning, Mama Lord. Would have been just about 4 o'clock.
I can't tell if it's original tape. It sounds like it.
Turn up
I
my
can't tell if this was a
bed,
demo or something that they recorded on. It's just titled Steven #1. There's no date or anything. Spacious Barn. When you Google the song, there's a listed version. I'm sure this demo would be listed on there though. And I wonder how we can figure out who this is.
oh, the way she called my name.
Is that better? It's my voice. Good enough.
Oh, my baby Lord, you know that.
I was saying,
Oh, the way she called my name.
I was saying maybe we could look up the version, but I'm sure if this is a demo, it'd be hard to figure out. But some version in the 50s.
Oh, sounds so doggone lame.
Thank you for following Moms for Christ. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if we got an ID on this song. I think the ID that Spacious Barn had last time was for the last song.
Your king bee. Mama, I swear I will not be your groom.
Oh, it's right there. The last thing on my mind was written in the early 1960s. Recorded in 1964.
Better watch it now, Queen Bee. Before you lose
Oh, 2 songs ago.
your happy home. And I hear funny buzzing, baby Lord. Sound like my old Queen Bee.
I don't really have a favorite genre. It kind of changes. I was into psychedelic rock for kind of the last genre that I got super into a few years ago.
She been all around
I like the Doors, Pink Floyd,
Yes, now bring back
Led
home to me.
but now I listen to a lot of house music. And recently, though, I've been getting back into the Talking Heads. They're so good. But everyone else should. That's a good question. Everyone else should answer that. Sir Vanilla asks, what is your favorite genre of music and what decade of it? Super Mario music. That's great.
Yeah, to feel like a book down in your mama lawn.
Kevin, I like that you capitalize my name every time you write it. But yeah, I'll try to digitize these and do something with them.
I ain't got no driving wheels.
I wish I could digitize at the same time.
Ain't got got no driving wheels.
Same, Aiden.
Never been low down lonesome.
Can't go wrong with the Beatles.
Know exactly how a good man feels.
Make another drink. Be right back.
Went down to my bang down, baby Lord. Lord, I fell down on my knees. Went down to my playing ground, baby Lord. Fell down on my knees. I don't care no to nothing. Just get back my gal, please. Just get back my good gal, baby Lord. I won't be wild and greedy no more. Just get back my good gal, baby Lord, now. Won't be wild and greedy no more. You ain't gotta put inside my house. Just bring up to my door. Did it feel like I broke down into my Lord?
This is a vibe.
I ain't got no driving wheel. Feel like a boat down in your mama lawn. Got no driving wheels. You ever been low down lonesome? Know exactly how a good man feels. That's exactly how it feels. This is a cowboy song for Piggy. She thinks I'm a cowboy. She's fight like that.
I'm really proud of this camera angle that I set up
Hey, hell no.
with the reels. It took a while to get this
She's a cowgirl,
straight,
too.
but I'm pretty proud of it.
Actually, the only cowboy song I know is Milk Cow Blues. She won't let me sing it.
Aiden, I forgot that you had a banjo. That's so cool.
I I got a woman, she's so mean, she puts my books in the washing machine. Shoots me with buckshot when I'm nude.
Playing an instrument is probably the best thing you could learn, in my opinion.
That isn't right.
Challenging, therapeutic, rewarding. It's like learning a whole other language,
I got
but
a
you don't
woman,
gotta
she's
understand
so
it.
mean, she puts my books in the washing machine. Puts no gum in my food and shoots me with buckshot when I'm nude. She's funny, wants my money, calls me honey. This is one about the Cowboys, this next one here. Gonna ride into Omaha, pay a horse and go out to the country club and a golf course. Shoot a few holes, read the New York Times, blow their mind. As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, I walked out in Laredo one day. Well, I spied a young cowpoke all dressed in white linen, dressed in white linen and cold as the grave.
Anyone who wasn't here, I'm very excited to see how this tape transitions, because it supposedly ends with somebody talking about some sort of lab they're doing on patients.
Take me to the prairie and lay the sun on me. I'm a poor cowpoke and I know I done wrong. Go get me some
Yes, Urbano. It's I'm not really sure what to think of it yet.
Now the poor cowboy said, but ere I'd return, his spirit had
Same, Kevin.
gone.
I'm kind of falling asleep, low key,
The cowboy was dead.
but the music is very good.
So beat the drum slowly and play the pipe slowly. Play the death march as you carry me.
The song's called Streets of Laredo, or Cowboys
Take
Lament.
me to the valley and lay the sun.
You choose what you want it to be called.
I'm a poor cowboy and I know I've done wrong.
What kind of music do I like to play?
Well, I see
I don't really learn songs on guitar. I jam a lot. In college, me and Rocky used to set up his drum set in the house that I was living in. And I would just have a looper, and I would loop guitar parts. And Rocky would drum with me, and we'd just kind of jam for like hours. I'm more of a jammer, I guess. And I just play over like recorded stuff. I don't have like a lot of effects. I have like a reverb and a delay to make some trippy stuff, but besides that,
Play the death march as you carry me along.
what's up, Mythical Phoenix? We're listening to some tapes tonight. Right now we're listening to this bluesy artist. There you go. Yeah, Aiden's filling you.
Well, it's early in the spring and we round up the dog here. And we rope them and brand them and set them on their way. Then it's off in the corral and off to
I'm a
wine.
lead player too, and I just lead away. I don't really say no.
Close so you can hear people say. They sing way loud.
Yeah, I don't really like.
Up high.
I mean, I used to go to guitar lessons, and the teacher would just teach me songs and stuff, and it was like just me memorizing songs, and I didn't really ever learn how to play the guitar. And then like I didn't pick it up for like a couple of years, and then I picked it up and I just started teaching myself. And I learned way faster.
Wyoming will be our new home. As I was riding one morning for pleasure, I saw
Yeah, exactly, Mythical Phoenix.
riding along.
It's kind of like, it's learning a musical instrument, you get so much more benefit, I feel like. I mean, teacher's gonna help you to an extent, but I remember my friend Will was learning how to play the drums, and he knew, most of how to play and stuff like that, but he went to a teacher, he booked a teacher one time, and he was like, look man, I'm never going to book another lesson with you. I just want you to teach me the most important thing that you think I should know for playing the drums. And so the guy taught him the most important thing he thought he should know. And then he never went back to the teacher, and he just learned to play it the rest himself. But he said it was pretty invaluable to go and just get like that piece of wisdom, which is not even like a teacher, just like exchanging like, techniques from somebody who's played for a long time.
Sing that cowboy song. Well, the cattle are bedded and the saddles are shedded.
Alright, at the end of this song, I'm going to fast forward.
Everything seems to be right, and the coyotes are howling and the varmints are prowling. Down that trail we'll ride.
Okay. We're going to fast forward. Perfect. Cool. Great. Wait, it's a different singer. Yeah. Sounds like they don't know how to play that well. Oh, Sir Vanilla, all these reels came with the tape player when I bought it. This guy bought it from a estate sale, and there was a bunch of tapes in them, or with them. So this is where they're from. Hey, water's back. So what do we think the situation is for this tape? Because there was a long recording of what seemed to be the same artist, and he's fairly good. And now we have what seems like a person who just kind of like started recording just to mess around.
But yes, it'd be wonderful. You're going to want to record some of these
Was this
things.
recorded in
And
the studio?
I want to close with this. I'm going to do a little research, And if I can speak again, I would like to cover a little bit more specifically therapy with given types of cases.
Now it's getting interesting.
And so on. But yes, it'd be wonderful. You're going to want to record some of these things. And I want to close with this. I'm going to do a little research, and if I can speak again, I would like to cover a little bit more specifically therapy with given types of cases to see if we can't get a few hints from what has gone already. Although I would like to again point out that not too much has in this area. These people are here tonight who were apparently not at the meetings that we've held previously, and therefore we are going to have to go back over some of the decisions and some of the statements that were made at earlier meetings. In the first place, no therapist is going to be out at all in a patient's house without, first of all, the request of the patient himself and the permission of the doctor, and or both. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg, doesn't matter. The question came up here, somebody said, well, if the patient is not receptive, in other words, if you're there sort of under duress of some kind, under stress and strain, what do you do for the patient? Well, I'll tell you what you do for the patient, nothing. Well, you walk out, because you shouldn't be there in the first place if the patient doesn't want you. They either want you to be there and will be at least partially receptive to what you have to offer, or you shouldn't be there at all. Now, this has come up before about the therapists going out, their legal status and so on, whether they're likely to get sued and so on. I'll repeat it once again. That the Hypno Mercy Foundation will stand behind its therapists in all ways that they are being covered and will...
Yo, this is crazy. Guys, if you haven't listened to any of the other tapes, we know that the father of the family who owns these tapes is a hypnotherapist, and he's recorded himself practicing hypnotherapy, which we listened to a couple weeks back. And basically he practiced like hypnotherapy on his wife, I think, and at the end she's like, it didn't work. None of this worked. And this is a recording, what seems to be of like a board of hypnotherapists, or the leader of a board of hypnotherapists. And what it sounded like was that he's telling them, hey, you can't just show up at people's houses without them warranting you to come help them with hypnotherapy. I thought it was a psychiatrist. Me too. But if you rewind, we'll rewind it real quick. Listen to what the organization's name is. He like says the organization that he's in by name. Just want to make sure I rewind long enough.
The patient, nothing. Well, you walk out because you shouldn't be there in the first place if the patient doesn't want you. They either want you to be there and will be at least partially receptive to what you have to offer, or you shouldn't be there at all. Now, this has come up before about the therapists going out, their legal status and so on, whether they're likely to get sued and so on. I'll repeat it once again. That the Hypno Mercy Foundation will stand behind its therapists in all ways that they are being covered and will be covered by insurance in all possible ways that they
The Hypno what? Hypno Mercy? It's Hypno something. Yeah, something. Hypno something Foundation will stand behind their therapists. This is crazy. Like, was hypnotherapy hip in the 50s? Because I know it sounds like You know, it sounds a little bizarre nowadays, but I couldn't even imagine in the 50s what it sounded like. It was. Confirmed.
We will take absolutely no risk in any way, financial or otherwise. We shall have also releases signed by the patient and by the doctors as well, so that we have the foundation protected as much as possible. But we're not going to go out there and work with anybody who doesn't want us there. We're not here to just to go out and say, well, you've got cancer, I'm going to work with you. This doesn't apply. You've got to have a request from the individual and also at least permission from the doctor. We have with us 3 MDs tonight who are coming through this course with us, so we're in good company. And one MD says, well, I have one patient right now. I'd like to get somebody started working on this person. So one of the students right tonight, after the first meeting, we'll start to work with them. Now, Mr. Copping's lecture, unfortunately, got completely spoiled as far as I was concerned.
Hypno Mercy Foundation is a foundation that had a website that was taken down.
Because of the questions. I would repeat again, if you have questions, wait until the speaker is finished and question time comes up, then ask. He lost the train of thought tonight and he got completely lost as far as I was concerned. And I'll take all the questions that they can't answer. If I can answer it in my own field, all the better. I made a few notes on the questions here to try and get them out of the way. All right, fine. Now what I want to do then, for the first part of my section tonight here, is just talk in general what you can expect in going to the house of a person who is literally on death's bed. Well, you must remember that the time you get to this person, that you are, to all intents and purposes, dealing with the waking dead, because they've been told, go home and die. There's one particular thing, of course, that does completely depreciate the soul of the individual, is to be told there's no hope. Yet this is one of the most common things you'll find.
Can we check on what was just said? Does anyone... I think I have to rewind that.
What you can expect in going to the house of a person who is literally on death's bed. Well,
Keep going back. There was a lot of interesting stuff that was just said.
Version tonight here is just talk in general what you can expect in going to the house of a person who is literally on death's bed. Well, you must remember that the time you get to this person, that you are, to all intents and purposes, dealing with the waking dead, because they've been told, go home and die. There's one particular thing, of course, that does completely depreciate the soul of the individual, is to be told there's no hope. Yet this is one of the most common things you'll find when you're dealing with patients, I can assure you of that. Now, when you get to them, first of all, you'll have to realize that they are not only completely depreciated psychologically because of what has happened to them, but financially and physically as well. Because you'll probably only get to the patients at least 9 times out of 10 when there's nothing left. There's nothing left financially, so long as it's...
Hold on. We got some developments. On deathbed, what's the gist? What do you see? There was a Hypno Mercy Foundation founded in 1982 that was headquartered in La Crescenta. Might be related. It was made in 1971 in Florida. I think this is older than the 70s. Can almost confirm that based on the dates of maybe this man who was recording the therapy notes that he did in like the late 50s lived to record this later in his life. Hypno Mercy Foundation is some sort of dystopian novel corporate shit. I googled Hypno Mercy Foundation California and found one incorporated in 1958. That is right around the time where these tapes were recorded. Now we're on to something. Oh, that time. Yeah, that's a whoa moment, Spacious Barn. That's definitely the one that this is, because a lot of these tapes have the dates of 1959, 1957. I mean, what was just said, you guys listened to it, but it sounds like these therapists, or at least the one he's talking about right now, would go to people who were sent home from hospice or something like that, basically giving like, hey, you don't have much longer to live, go home and live your life. And then these hypnotherapists would come in. They haven't really described what they've done yet, but he's basically describing the mental state of these people that have been basically sentenced to die, as he said. So let's yeah, it does sound kind of like fucked up. Let's continue.
Therapy, and there's the money there. There's something new to be tried. Secondly, morally, I beg your pardon, psychologically, they're drained. Most of them will have completely lost any fight at all. All they want to get away from at this time is the pain symptom. That's all. Otherwise, they couldn't care less. Financially, psychologically, and just the general tone of the patient in all ways is completely depreciated. You get now what's left. It's somewhat like an empty sack with nothing there. Now, most of you seem to have the idea that you're going to walk in the house and say, I'm Joe Blow, I'm from Hypno Mercy, I'm a hypnotist, lay back there, I'm going to hypnotize you, take away your pain, powers all over. Sit up there to feel good. I wish it were so. If we could put hypnosis into a hypodermic needle, the medical profession would be using it. However, we can't. There's a lot to it. There's a lot more to it than just going into a house and saying, I'm going to hypnotize you to take away your pain. In the first point, the first thing that we've ever established in hypnosis and in your training is that a rapport is necessary between yourself and the subject before you even attempt hypnosis. So one of the most vital things in hypnosis is not the actual hypnotic technique, but the preconditioning that goes to the hypnotic technique. Preconditioning and rapport, you put these two things together. This is what your main battle will consist of. Getting these over to the patient. Not the hypnosis. The hypnotizing is nothing. It's a minor point. I said that right from the start. Right now you don't believe it. You don't believe that you can take away pain without hypnotizing a person, but you can. You don't believe that you can give them a psychological uplift without hypnosis artificially. You can. There's nothing hard in this at all. If you wore a white collar and you walked into the room and squeezed heads here and there, you'd get the same psychological uplift. Don't forget the name that somebody suggested for this organization, hand holders and head squeezers. Well, we don't think Mr. Rector Roberts would like this, so we stay away from it. So in the main, your first job is to establish your rapport with your patient. Not only with the patient, but with the environment around the patient, the wife, the family, and so on in close association. When Mr. Coffin mentioned there, tell him I'm busy, will you? When Mr. Coffin mentioned there, you'll be dealing with the grandmothers. Well, you will. You'll be dealing with a lot of people who say, my poor boy, my poor husband, my poor wife, oh, they're dying in that room, my goodness gracious. Especially, they seem to delight in doing this sort of thing in front of the person who is sick. And I've had this far too many times to be funny. Not funny any longer. Anything good? No, not right? Fine. I have had so many cases where I've never established any form of hypnosis that could be clinically proven. None whatsoever. Somebody's got a tape recorder here that has rheumatism. Let me take care of it. It's making a hell of a noise. The hypnosis, as I have said, is only a very minor point of what you'll be doing. It's a very minor part. It is, as far as you're concerned, the most important part, because this little segment of what you're doing is for what you've received the most training. It's the one that you're most experienced at and the one that you're going to run into. Now, do you remember, during your lessons, I said to you, the speed hypnosis is wonderful. It's just marvelous to say, oh, I can hypnotize somebody in 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. But is it the answer? And the answer is no, it's not. It's not whether or not you, how fast you can hypnotize the individual, but how deeply, how securely, how surely, how perfectly. And will somebody take this tape recorder out and shoot it? It's listening like mad.
This is crazy. First off, he's getting pissed off at this thing for making so much noise. He keeps saying, "Take the tape recorder out." I'm trying to like imagine what this room was like of a bunch of hypnotists. It's my impression that within the outer stretches of the medical community around this time, there was a belief that hypnotism could be coerced through it to have things like addiction and even pain to be removed from their conscious experience. Though hypnotism is real and can do suggestive things, in the moment, it proved more of a failure for long-term effects. So I'm not sure. It sounds like a female voice to me. The speaker sounds like a female voice. But yeah, that seems to be the consensus of the person speaking, is that the hypnosis is not going to do anything. You keep saying like how minor the hypnosis is, where it's like you have to kind of control and preemptively control the environment around them, like their family and different aspects, to set up where the hypnosis is almost like the turning point. It's kind of like trying to convince someone of like, it's like if we used Inception. If we used Inception as an example, the movie Inception, it's like, you know, the idea isn't the important part of just like putting the idea in someone's mind. You have to make it, people think that it was their idea. I don't know where I'm going with this comparison, but I think he's trying to say like, you need to go beyond just like, ooh, cool, I can hypnotize you and make you cluck like a chicken. You have to like go outside that to really just try to see if you can like change this person's outlook on life, which is really crazy. Reminds me of when I was 12 and really into tarot cards. It was mostly about picking up on the reactions of the people you're reading. He's referring here to the end of life care. It's a last-ditch effort. Yeah, he's referring to people that have been sent home after like basically, you know, left to die, and then hypnotherapy comes out, which I guess if you're a fringe group and you want to prove that your method works in the medical community, you would go to the place where the medical community can no longer help a person and see if they can help them, to prove that, you know, hypnotherapy is viable. I don't think it worked.
You'd go to their mark off, would you? Unfair. Happy remarks like that. Or as happened with Mr. G's patient the other day, the doctor came in, he looked at him and said, funny thing, he said, your leg should have been swollen up far worse than that months ago. You know, in 48 hours, his leg was so damn big they had to take him to the hospital. This is true, Mr. G will tell you. The man wasn't bothered with the swelling in the legs until the doctor happened to mention he was supposed to have it, and promptly did. Is it all right for tomorrow, Antoine? Thank you, man. Good. Had me worried, you see. I wasn't sure if you'd have the $5 for next week. Now, you're a child. Thank you, Antoine, for being such a good sport, even if it is the truth. Now, we're all good sports here. Some are more sporting than others. And those with the loudest laughs are the best sport to the lot. We're still back on here and dealing with the patient gaining the rapport. Now perhaps we can follow a set line without interruptions of telephones and tape recorders. You're there in the first place, A, because the patient wants you, B, because you are a necessity. A patient in terminal cancer or in other painful conditions, especially those from which there is no alleviation, modern medicine can give little or more than narcotic, which at best will lower the pain level, but will not remove it. Remember that the pain is not being removed by the narcotic, it's only being hidden in the somewhat dopey, drowsy state of the individual. And an individual who's had, many of you have had, narcotics of one kind or another for periods of time for various things. And you know that sort of dopey, stupid, half-alive feeling that most of you have. In fact, some of you never come out of it. But that sort of feeling that you get under the narcotics, where it is not here and is not there. You're not alive and you're not dead. It's just an existence without too much pain, without too much discomfort. Well, after you've had 3 or 5 years in some cases being under Nebutol and the various other narcotics and drugs that they're using to kill pain, believe me, it's not even being alive at all. The average person that you'll get to not only has been condemned to death, but are the les miserables, as we talk about, and are the walking dead, or the living dead, if you like. There's nothing left. They're under these narcotics to the point that the brain itself becomes befuddled, and you offer the one thing that nobody else can offer. And I wonder if you realize what it is. You see, a priest will go in there and can offer them only one thing, as far as he's concerned. That's after this pain's done, and you're carried away, you've got something better. And at the end he comes in and he can offer nothing at all. He can't offer you the next life, if there is one. He can't offer you a heaven, if there is one. All he can offer you is the fact that you're still alive, amazing character. But you have one thing to offer that the medical profession cannot offer and the priest cannot offer. And that is life without pain in this world. You're the only thing, you're the only person.
Goes back to my point of this fringe group of medical professionals trying to establish their work. They're finding like the way that they can like slide in and try to help these people potentially. And his big point that he just said was, you're the only person that can offer life without pain in this world. So the priest can't do that. The priest is offering you, oh, once you die, you're going to go to heaven. It's going to be all good. The doctor's saying like, oh, we've done all we can do. Hypnotherapist comes in and is like, hey man, let me help you out. Found a newspaper clipping from a paper called the Arizona Republic. Very popular newspaper in Arizona. It's about a Playboy bunny who is a hypnotist. Says she belongs to a foundation called Hypno Mercy, which has some 250 members across the country who use hypnosis for pain alleviation in cases of serious illness. Life without pain, the only person. This is honestly such good story material. It is really great. Pain is life. Hell yeah, Tax Man. How'd you find that newspaper clipping? That's crazy, Spacious Barn. I just imagine Spacious Barn right now in like a library just going through so many documents. So it was a nationwide thing at one point. I mean, 250 members across the country. I don't know if it was nationwide, but that is like pretty decent. Second page of Google. That's the deepest Googling I'll ever go to. Interesting. I'm just gonna keep going. I have no other comments. Also, do you hear that baby outside?
You're the only one that can help them this way. You give them something that up to this time they forgot. And it's called hope. Hope. Not serious hope, just hope. This is an honest thing. Honest hope. You can give them something that they've lost up to now. But this is the first thing you give them, and you mustn't rush it. You're not in a hurry to hypnotize them. They say, oh, I'm in desperate pain. Gee, I've got to be hypnotized. I've got to have this pain taken away. Point out the fact that you've been in pain for 3 years, 2 years, 5 years. Why didn't you call me before? Why has it got to be now, tonight, this afternoon, this instant? It probably won't be. I had so many people phone me up and say, Mr. Bradshaw, I've got to see you right this second. I can't stand any longer. I've got so-and-so. I said, how long have you suffered from it? They said, I've had it for 5 years. I said, well, you wait another 5 and phone me then. Good evening. And put the phone down. You might take that harsh treatment, but it does far more good. All of a sudden, they demand, this is the instant. You never want to forget also that you're a volunteer, that you're in their house because they asked you to be there. You're not forcing yourself there. You're there because they want you. If they don't want you, the door's right behind you. Good afternoon. It's been a pleasure meeting you. God bless you. I trust that you die in peace. And leave. You're not forcing yourself in there. As for being cooperative, if the patient being cooperative to you, he'll be cooperative. Don't worry about that. You won't find an objectionable case once in a hundred, but when you do...
Sorry, I missed that Discord comment. I'm going to make a Discord room right now so we can just start putting stuff in there. Hold on. What's going to be fun is if we take notes and figure out different things and then go back to tapes that we've listened to before and see if we can find any connections. Because there's so much in these tapes about this hypnosis thing. Alright, it's been created. If you go in the Discord, !Discord. Join the Discord. Hop in. It's the last room under news. It's called Real to Real. Drop any notes, any findings in there. The Hypno Mercy. I'm just gonna write down Hypno Mercy as the first. Oh wait, okay, cool. We got some people typing. Go ham in there, fam. Real to Real crew. Nuclear Goo first. Cool. Put the links in there too. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh yeah. Barn Adventure. Perfect. Yeah, so in the Discord, Spacious Barn is posting the clipping. Yeah, can I add emoji to the channel on mobile? Settings. Oh yeah, I just added to the thing. I wish there was like a tape machine. I guess we'll just do videotape. Boom. It's backwards, but that's okay. So is this tape. All right. So basically where this guy is coming from is like, guys, gather around. We need to make sure that our organization is being credited. That he's coming in from the angle that, well, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. He's coming in from the angle that medical professionals have been discrediting them. He starts off the whole speech with, guys, we can't just keep going into people's homes without them knowing us. And now getting this far into the tape and going back to that line is really crazy. Basically, these hypnotherapists are like, we can help you. We can help you. So I'm guessing they went in and there was like an unsuccessful session, and then they keep coming back to try to prove that it worked. This also goes back and really connects to the first hypnotherapy practice from the guy who owns these tapes, who tried it on his wife, and immediately after his wife was like, that did not work. And this guy keeps approaching it from a different angle. He's like, guys, if we want this, or girl, we haven't confirmed if it's a male or female. He's like, guys, we've come out of the angle of like trying to hypnotize people right off the bat. We can't do that. We got to come at it from a different angle. We got to make sure that, you know, we can get the whole picture and make sure this hypnotherapy works. We fill this gap between doctors who can no longer help a patient medically because they're doomed to die, and the priest who is ready to send them off when they die. We can fill in this little gap, fill it in, and then promise them that we can take away the pain in the present right now with hypnosis. What do we got in the chat? So much need those answers anymore out of my beliefs. Now I just want to live a stable life. Be a total goofball. Were they charging for all this? Wow, how it all comes together. Well, they said in the beginning that the insurance companies have their backs. So basically all the therapists were like being paid under insurance, which is interesting. Maybe it was considered more of a legitimate thing then, if insurance is backing them. But also, I'm sure the insurance rates were so incredibly high for these people that were on their deathbed, that the insurance companies thought that it was in their best interest to just include hypnotherapy onto that and then charge them an even higher premium to have this service included in there. So the insurance companies are like, yeah, whatever the hell you're doing, we don't care. We'll charge them more. You guys can go in there and do whatever you want. Who cares if it works? We'll make more money. During the time period, a lot of police departments and had hypnotists on staff. It was seen as super legit. Interesting. Yeah, somewhat harmless in that sense. What concerns me is that, like all things like this, it can be exploited or twisted to take advantage of people. Oh, for sure. And that's what's happening right now. Was there a time where it started to fall in popularity? This is like the late 50s we're talking. This is probably recorded in 59 or 60. Maybe this was around the time where hypnotherapy started to lose steam. It was like past its prime. That's pretty late. Movement in the late 1990s?
You don't have to say anything you don't like is walk straight out the door. You're there as a volunteer of a free organisation. If you've got to start structuring them mentally to accept hypnosis, don't waste your time. Because you shouldn't be there in the first place if this were necessary. The first thing that you want to get into your head that not only are you working with hypnosis, but in suggestion you're going to work with concepts. Remember that word, concepts, because we're into a field that even students and advanced students have never gone into. A concept can be perhaps readily described as an idea which sounds reasonable, which cannot be broken by any ideology, by which is not necessarily true. That's as far as we're concerned. So let's understand it. Let's understand what we're going to do, first of all, with the patient. First of all, we've got to establish rapport. We've got to get on a friendly basis. Well, as for taking a few notes on what is going on, we're going to have fully comprehensive report forms, which you're going to have to fill out, like all good organizations, in triplicate. And we're going to have a file on each individual case. You'll have a file, and so will head office have a file on each individual case. You'll record on that file all about the patient. This takes time. It isn't a matter, too, of how long you've been ill.
This is where we started. Oh, there it goes. And then someone's going to say, hello. Wait for it. Where was it? What the hell? Where'd it go? Am I going crazy? Was that at the beginning? Yeah, it was, but the tape was backwards. Wait. So, you know how I put this reel on the right way, and it started playing the audio backwards, but the hello was forward? I think that's what happened with the person, with the woman, was she's like, oh, I'm gonna record on this tape, and then she's like, there's nothing on it, because at the end of the tape there was nothing on it, because it was technically the end of the tape, because it was mislabeled. This is side 1 technically, but it should be side 2. So if we played it forward now, we should hear the hello, and then it should start going in reverse. But the lady just didn't know that she was recording over the tape, the end of the tape, because it kind of cuts off. And I think Nuclear Goo brought up that the guy might have walked over and turned off the tape before he started getting into the nitty gritty. But it didn't sound like he was getting closer to the recorder at all. He kept mentioning to someone else, like, get the tape recorder out of here. Maybe someone stopped it, or maybe someone started recording over it. But at the end of that, they wanted to start doing files and like getting more kind of bureaucratic in the way that they handle patients. So there's more records and stuff, which, you know, is always the next stage when things start to get dull for an organization. They're like, well, we need more structure. That's what's wrong, guys. Hypnosis isn't working. We need to get more structure so, you know, we can prove it. Katie's right, Ghost. Nah, it's Ghost. Let's just confirm. Let me rip off the nipples real quick. Why was this tape labeled Steven? Because the tape of the musician was definitely first before the guy recorded over it with this speech. Because it's with all the other tapes that the guy owned that was a hypnotherapist. So, he taped over the music. Also, can you imagine? I'm trying to like, fully realize this man who owned this tape recorder. Because he must have thought it was the coolest shit. Because he was bringing it around. He was recording himself, hypnotizing his wife. He's like, oh, I'll record this, would be so cool. And of course he brought it up and he's like, oh, we're having this big meeting with the head of Hypno Mercy. I got a tape recorder, guys. Like, let me tape the meeting. It'd be so cool, and then we can listen to it back. And in the middle of the speech, the guy was complaining about how loud the tape recorder was. Can you imagine just like how mortified this guy was recording this, and then like it was his whole idea to bring the tape recorder, and then he gets called out in the middle of me. He's like, "What's with this tape recorder? It's so fucking loud." It's hilarious to me. We'll hear that hello if it's the last thing we do. Thanks for following, Nikolai Valenzuela.
Hello. Hello.
There it is. Hello, hello. Recorded over the whole thing. Wavy. That's a great bit, Wavy. I didn't notice that the first time. For those who haven't seen in the Discord, you can go to our clips page and look at a screenshot that Wavy put on there of a bookmark where he bookmarked our clip of us wishing him happy birthday, and there's a fun thing to observe in that. Anyway. Cool. Sweet. Well, if you're just joining us, we're listening to Real Drill Tapes. We listened to a bunch of music demos and then went into a hypnotherapist group meeting of the Hypno Mercy organization where a speaker kind of touched on how to do better practices with your hypnotherapy. But let's move on. We'll do one more tape. 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 Should we do a blank one? Should we roll the dice? Blank tipped. Yeah, I think we should do some blank ones. So I don't know if there's any other ones that are like kind of labeled. Have we listened to any blank ones before? I don't know if we have. Do the tapes not? No, that's what it sounds like when that's when you know it's working, is when it sounds like it breaks. Ooh. Alright, time to rip off these nipples. Yeah, that's true, Kevin. I think you're right. Oh. Back in the box you go. And like, look at this box. It's just like falling apart. Steven, number 1. Cool. Moving on. We're going completely blank. We're going blank on blank. People label ones for more professional reasons, but personal recordings and for fun may not be labeled correctly, or maybe labeled because it's just for them. Maybe give Alex the opportunity to record something. Boom. Completely blank. We got a blank case. Oh, sorry, nipple. I really just bumped that nipple. Completely blank. Yeah, this is the original White Album. The White Album with the brown stain. We're gonna put this on. It looks like this. So that's fun. Oh, there's a little bit of tape on it. There's a little bit of tape on the tape. I wonder if it's new then. Probably not, right? We should just listen to a full empty reel tape with nothing on it. Ooh. Come on. You can do it. Oh, boom. Alright. Gotta put on our orange nipple. Always make sure that your tapes are securely fastened by an orange nipple. Oh wait, let's make sure this is side 1. This is side number 2. So we gotta do it from the other direction. If you guys can't see what I'm seeing, it says, let's see if we can get this. Come on. Ooh. Oh, it's so close. Just focus. Oh. Focus right in there. Oh. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It says side number 2, which just tells you what side this tape needs to go on. Well, actually, no, that's incorrect. No, that's right. Wait. It was just looped on the wrong side. Because, like, if this is side number 2, the tape would be on this side going down. Because then I would know to put it on this side, and then I would rewind it to play it on side 2. So it's just recorded wrong. It's exactly like the other one was, which we love. But the good news is, guys, the good news is that if this was placed on the wrong side of the reel, that it's not a new tape. That this is a tape that has been recorded on, or at least played through. Because if it was an original tape that was blank, side 1 would just be side 1 and we wouldn't have this issue. So this is a good sign. Is someone here for the comedy and got very disappointed? Because good. And we're just loading the tape on. I keep forgetting to talk. But I guess it's visual enough to see, to be entertained. We're just gonna put the loop on. The little loop holder. Boom, perfect. Just like that. And we're loaded up. Alright. This is blank. Aiden, I would record music stuff. I've been making some songs recently, and I record certain samples to tape to make them have some character, some warmth, some tape warmth. Or you run a full track through here, and it gives that tape warmth. I wonder if anything is going to be on this. Well, Wavy, the tape does add the hiss, and also can add a bit of natural tape compression the way that it's recorded on there, so that adds a little bit to it as well. Really the only thing that is gained from playing it back on the tape is through the old tape amplifier, which is down here, which you can't see. Have you heard anything yet? Hi, Everything Now show. We're seeing if this tape has anything on it. Should I just rewind it the full way? Who am I speaking with, Everything Now show? It's like cop rolls where if you call them out for being undercover, they have to tell you. Yeah, I'm just gonna rewind or fast forward the whole thing. Bom, 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 bom. Oh, it's Chris. Hi, Chris. Should I touch the nipple? Oh. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. I'm touching it. Alright, we need to figure out how to stop this. Wow. Best tape stop I've ever done, guys. Let's see if anything is on this. Who knew that a blank tape and a blank cartridge could have been blank? For real, baby. Why did they? And where is Steven number 2? It's really ambitious to name something number 1 and not follow up. See your question, Alex. How are you feeling about all the Chris's coming to kill you? I'm not aware of this. Could you send me a link? I'm not aware of any Chris's coming to kill me. I'm not too worried though, because all Chris's are run by a machine that I have. So I can just shut them all off if I need to. Alex, can we talk about here and now how you were going to cut me from our college improv team? Oh yeah. Well, I wasn't going to actually cut you when you were on there. I just wasn't going to let you on. But I was convinced otherwise and paid a lot of money to let you on. Maybe we'll fast forward to like halfway. That sounds cool. No, there was never any consideration to cut you from the team. I don't think we cut anybody in the spring, did we? There was never going into audition and me being like, all right, if this guy doesn't show up, if this guy doesn't perform well, or girl, they're getting cut. Not even with Katie. Actually, maybe with Katie. I don't think there's anything on this. I don't even remember. Where'd you get the intel that Ryan Stiffelman voted for you? There was no even vote, I think, at that point. Someone just said, it wasn't even that I didn't like you, it was worse than that. I was just impartial. There was no thoughts in my head at all. Your audition, I was like, who? Who? What guy? Who is it? What? And people were like, yeah, he's good. And I was like, okay. Fine. Sure. Okay. Yeah, say so. I still have no idea who you're talking about. Yeah, we'll try a different one. Also, my memory is like extremely unreliable due to the amount of drugs that I have taken. So I actually really don't remember. Oh, and perfect. Alright, there's nothing in that tape. We're gonna try another one. But exciting that I know I can record on this one. Da, 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 da. This is the ENS show reminded you to take drugs. What are your favorite drugs, Alex? My favorite drugs. Should I say this online in a record? I guess it doesn't matter, right? The world's gonna explode soon. Or we hope so we don't have to deal with all the issues that are in it. Oh, there's another blank tape. Should I go for that? I'll dig up some more, see what else we got. I'm actually gonna I'll do a thing. We'll do a game. You guys can guess what my favorite is, and then I will confirm without actually saying it. Let me pull some more tapes. Chris knows, so he can't guess. DMT. I have not done DMT. That's my alarm. This is what I wake up to every morning. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off now. It has not been said yet. Aiden Wood said the one that I've done the most. Yeah, this is like a riddle, Sir Vanilla. My favorite is the second one that the show did, or the show said. Wavy is correct. But if you want to do a lot of it, Molly is the best bang for your buck. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I used to smoke weed like every day. But then I stopped. It started making me paranoid. We listened to Bob Wood, right? Yeah, we did. Yeah, now I drink yerba mate. And that gets me going. We're just looking for another... there's a Jackie Gleason album, a Freshman album. These are all music. Done shrooms and weed, and that's it. Shrooms is great. It's very intense, though. I'd say it's a close tie between those two for me. More music. Dr. Hole, we listened to that last time. The hypnosis practice. If you brew shrooms with tea, that's the best. That's the best. Eating them raw. I've done a couple. I've done most of the time that I've done it. I've eaten it like on a peanut butter sandwich, and that it gets pretty intense. But tea is probably one of the best experiences taking psychedelics that I've ever done. Brewed it in a tea. Not to dox, but that was the time that I did it with Sir Jake Ellenbogen as well. He got stung by a bee while hiking, and he still had a good time. That's how you know it's good. We're gonna listen to this other blank one. It looks really gross and old. This is another one that says side 2. Next time microdose for a semester together, we did 12 hour improv. Yeah, it's very fun. I got impatient with microdosing, and at one point I just chugged the rest of my microdosing bottle and just tripped fully. That's my lesson in microdosing. We're just gonna listen to this. Let's see if this works. Oh. It was okay, says Aiden. Aiden, how long were you there? You're definitely not there for the full 12 hours, because nobody was. There's a point in the marathon where me and Rocky brought on his drum set and I brought on my guitar and we just played music while people were improvising. And we bought a desk from Walmart for Rocky to assemble on stage as people were improvising around him. Alright, we're gonna try this one out. Stop microdosing because I had to do marketing panel presentation. I took too much by accident, tripped acid while presenting. French Quarter's awesome on shrooms as we. What grade did you get? B-. Yeah, Taylor Reynolds was there for a long time.
What? The recording now?
We struck gold.
The convictions of 20 men are expected to be appealed to the U.S. prison. Those whose contempt citations were upheld were Alden Whiteman, Robert Felton, and William Wright, New York City news citizens. Herman Leverite, former New Orleans TV station manager, John P. Gojak, an official of the independent electrical radio operator, Norton Adams, and Ohio engineer, Bernard Such, a Pennsylvania physicist. The complete scoreboard are scorecards. On 36 First Amendment defendants includes 3...
That reminds me. The guy.
Where's the book of poems? Does become Bug and Buggy?
Once upon a midnight clearing.
I am recording now. Dave, let's see if this is going to work. Alright, say something nice.
The path that he walks continues to leave a wide swath across the nation, affecting individuals and institutions, provoking some counterattacks, including one full...
Pause. There was a lot just happened there. The first person was very low, talking about a scorecard, and then it was interrupted by, I think, another recording that I didn't make out. But then, I think it was the daughter or the wife that said, once upon a midnight jury query, which was brought up in a past tape, which was recited in a past tape, where the daughter and the mom were reciting poems together. It's crazy. These tapes are like a lattice, is that what it's called? Like a lattice work of just like different threads of things that you can kind of trace through. And it's really strange. Book report. There's a possum outside my window. Wow. We had those two ladies singing. Dave has a bit of a lisp. Lettuce. Yeah, lettuce is the correct term. It was Dave reading a book report. Okay. Let's continue.
Right. The ACLU Board of Directors approved a approved the biennial conference resolution making the elimination of the committee a prime order of business. In testimony before the Democratic and Republican platform committees, the union said that the committee had tapped the strength of the First Amendment by engaging in trial by publicity in a circus atmosphere.
Hi.
Peggy, what did we used to sing when we were sunbathing? Remember we'd sing Purple People Ears?
Oh no.
Sing Happy.
Oh, Tammy, let's sing Tammy.
What is it? How does
We're
it
gonna
Oh, but we don't have the music. I mean, we don't have the words.
By the light of the silver moon?
Yeah, let's sing that.
Okay. Come on, Dave.
Come on, Dave. Make a quartet. The Macri Quartet. We'll go on the road.
Say it back
That's the music.
Say this is the magic.
Announce it,
Play
Dave.
your, like your Ted Mac.
No. The Ted Mac, come on.
The original anthem. Please,
No, he
come
doesn't
on.
like it anymore.
Shy. A little button here.
You know us. Okay, let's sing
What are we gonna sing?
By the Light of the Silvery
Okay.
Moon.
We'll start it out.
By the light. Honey, come
By
on.
the light.
By the light of the silvery moon.
No,
How's
that
it
is
go?
the way.
How's it go?
It goes.
To the money.
Okay, let's sing it.
By the light
it's up
of the
high there.
silvery moon, I want to spoon to my honey all crew. Come on, you guys.
That's like,
Come on, Dad.
By the light of the silvery moon,
Come on, Mother, sing.
I want to spoon to my honey all crew. Love's tune.
That's pretty good.
Honeymoon, keep a shining in June. Come on, you're just playing me along.
No,
That's what you're doing.
A solo, and we all
Yeah.
okay, come on. I'm humming.
You're humming. I'm not gonna
You're
play.
so.
Come on.
You're silvery
Come on,
dreams.
honey.
Bring my dreams.
Come on.
You're silvery.
They're in
That's right.
here, just like
We'll
us.
be cuddling soon. By the silvery moon. Come on, let's sing it right.
That was Ted Mack.
Let's sing another one.
Okay.
There's a tavern.
Be kind to your
Be kind to your web-footed friends.
Or that may be somebody's mother. I don't like that. It's too hard.
The words are too hard.
I can't understand the words.
Sing Europe in 62.
Fine.
Terrific. Yeah.
Well, let's sing it another. Let's sing something else. God, I wish there was more songs.
Gee, but I'd give the world to see
Where's that?
Oh, that old.
old gang of mine.
Let's sing Once Upon a Midnight Clear.
Oh, let's sing some song that's not in here, Mac.
Wait, Dad.
Okay, we don't know the
Come here.
words.
Yes, we do.
No, the words to a lot of songs.
What's that,
The
Joe?
quarter is running now.
I think the daughter was goth if she keeps reciting Edgar Allan Poe.
What's a good song?
With someone like you, a pal good and true,
Very good.
I'd like to leave it all behind and
What?
go and
I don't know
find
that song.
What?
someplace
The words
that's
down
known
there.
to God alone.
Al, how does it go?
Sweet violets, sweeter than all the roses, covered all over from head to toe, covered all over with sweet violets.
Is that the way it goes? Well, then how does this go? There was
Yeah,
a
how does this go? How
who
does
took
this
a
go?
young
How
man
does this
and
go?
back of the
Oh,
pond
honey, how
and
does this
gave
go?
her a
Yeah.
kiss. Oh, a lecture. Horses and chickens and eggs. Oh, I don't like that.
Well, let's sing.
Sweet violets.
David, I mean, Lawrence,
Yeah,
let's sing something.
Would it be a family heart?
That's where my money goes to buy my baby clothes. I buy everything. Oh, we could put it on the thing.
What?
Put the record on. Isn't that what they play on the record?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We can take a lot
we don't
of
want to
minutes.
listen to that. We don't want to listen to that.
Well, let's say something of great importance.
Okay. This is the President
How many go?
of the United States.
Like that, you do.
Yeah, we just did.
Sing one of our songs for us.
What songs, honey?
Let's sing an Anaheim
What's the
song.
song?
Yeah.
The alma mater.
Eight and eight.
These all things.
I wish there were still bar
Yeah, don't
songs.
do it.
I wish you could go
Let's
into
sing,
a bar
one of the
nowadays
songs
and
that are
people would just be
popular right
singing
now.
the same
I
song.
don't know.
I guess that's karaoke.
Once I
Never mind.
was your itty bitty baby.
That's what she's saying.
What's on that?
Well, itty bitty.
Well, I'm just playing.
Come on, Dad.
No, honey.
What are the real words?
Let Dave sing.
I was a bitty.
Dave, you're a folk singer, honey.
No, I'm not.
Oh, what's a
I'm a
folk song?
sweet.
Sure. Hey, what's that about Burl Ives,
A
Dave?
little tear.
No, I don't mean
Sing
that.
that.
What's another one of his? Little bit of tear coming out. That's right.
I didn't say anything.
I see your smirk from you.
Well, let's sing. Take this movie.
Let's. Well, you don't. You just sit here and.
I don't laugh at
and
you.
scorn.
I do not. I listen.
Would
Come
like
on.
Let's sing the alma. So what happened here? There's two speeds. There's 3 3/4 rotations per whatever, and then 7 1/2. So they recorded most of this on 3 1/2, and then they sped it up. I don't really know what the benefit is of recording faster, or recording slower, but maybe someone can let me know if they know. So we're going to speed it up.
And enjoying every minute of it. Now this rising of the arm is involuntary.
We're back to
If you were
hypnosis.
to try raising your arm consciously, you would raise it in jerky motion. Or if you will notice particularly, observe closely, you'll notice that Jeanette's arm is going up without any effort by itself at all. She has no conscious control of it. It is going up by itself as an indicator, showing that she is going deeply asleep.
Have we gotten this guy's name yet? Because if we know the organization and we know the name, we've gotten first names of like his children, but I can't remember if we've gotten his name. So I think we can track him down if we know the organization and we know his name. No, Dave's the kid, yeah. So I don't think we've heard his name yet.
Now, when it reaches about this height, let's stop this arm indicator and let's lower it for the same purpose. Let's lower the arm back down to your lap, and as it lowers, you will go more deeply asleep. As it lowers, you will go more deeply asleep. Now, if you want to
Sorry, Kevin brought up a point. It's like standard play and long play. One speed records at a higher quality but takes up more tape faster, so you can't record as much long play speed. Allow you to record longer on the reel but lesser quality. But doesn't this sound worse? I think right now it sounds worse. Maybe I'll turn the mic down so that we just hear the recording. Maybe it'll sound better.
Sometimes raising and lowering your arm very, very slowly, as slowly as she is doing it here, you'll find that is very difficult to control. Keep it from shaking. Completely relaxed, Jeanette, in every way. Going deeper and deeper asleep. Deeper and deeper sleep as your arm hits your left. I want you to go very deeply to sleep.
Yeah, it sounds like shit. But I'm sure in theory you're right.
We are getting to the point where Jeanette is in a very fairly deep trance now. And this is where most of your good work in hypnosis can be done. This is the stage where most of your post-hypnotics can be successful.
This is the faster speed, Kevin. We've been playing slower the
now
whole
your
time.
arm has reached your lap, and as it hits your lap, you will go more deeply asleep. More deeply asleep. Feeling absolutely wonderful in every way. Now there are many, many things that we can do under hypnosis that are experimental and very interesting to do. Now, we can lose our memory, we can eliminate things from our mind temporarily, or perhaps forever. Now, I'm going to give Jeanette an opportunity to lose something.
Jeanette.
Now she is deeply asleep, and yet she can still hear us. Jeanette, I want you to count to 10, but before you count to 10, I want you to erase. What number shall we? Let's erase number 5. Let's erase number 5 from our mind. I'm sorry, from your mind. Let's erase number 5 from your mind, and I want you to count from 1 to 10. Her speech will be very low in the beginning, I think, because she is very deeply asleep. Alright, Jeanette has counted from 1 to 10, erasing the number 5 from her mind. Now, Jeanette, I want to replace the number 5 in your mind. This might be a dangerous practice if you did something of that sort or this sort and then forgot to replace what you took away. So we have to replace the number 5 in her mind. All right, Jeanette, I want to replace the number 5 in your mind, and I want you to remember it always. Now, please repeat the numbers from 1 to 10 after I have replaced the number 5 now. All right. We have replaced number 5. Now, we can create hallucinations under hypnosis. Of course, some of us see them while we're conscious also. But we can create things in the person's mind, or they can bring them out themselves. Now, I think a favorite thing to do is to watch the TV screen. Now, Jeanette, I want you to turn on the television. Turn on the television and put on Hawaiian Eye, the program Hawaiian Eye.
There's someone with a terrible cough in this room. Please hypnotize this person to stop having a cough, please. It's ruining this beautiful tape of you making someone forget the number 5. Just ruining it. Go drink some water. Jesus.
There, it's on. How's the volume? Can you hear it? It's okay. All right. What is happening in Hawaiian Eye? What do you see? Who's singing?
Cricket.
Oh, Cricket is singing. What song is Cricket singing?
This is definitely a classroom. I think he probably brought in his daughter to do the hypnosis on, and he's like, we got to get the recording of that right before they go into the room and be like, listen, honey, we got to make it. We got to sell this hypnosis, okay? So you got to work with me here, okay? We're going to go into your classroom. It's bring your dad to work day. I have the coolest thing to show, all right? You're going to be the coolest kid in the class. Everyone's going to love you. You're going to be so popular. It's going to be great. All you got to do is just forget the number 5, okay? I'm going to turn on the program called Hawaiian Eye. I'm going to do some stuff with that too. But we got to make sure we really sell this, okay? All right, Dad. Also, just a heads up, there's someone in my class that is deathly ill. They have some lung problem or something terribly wrong with them, but they will not stop coughing. I don't think it's a good idea to bring the recorder in. Well, we're going to bring the recorder in, honey. I bought this recorder for $3,000. I'm going to record this session, all right? And I'm going to bring it to my friends down at the Hypno Mercy Foundation, and I'm going to show them the recording and show how I impressed all these kids with the hypnotherapy. It's like, okay, Dad, but like this kid, like I feel like he's going to like keel over at any moment. He just coughs and coughs, and the teacher it tells him to drink water, and he goes and he drinks water really loudly in the corner of the room, and then he comes back and it's almost like it got worse. Well, honey, just we'll take it one step at a time, but like just we're gonna take the recorder in, okay? Okay, Dad, it's really heavy. Can you carry it? No, you carry it in there. All right, let's do this.
I'll string along with you. Do you like cricket? Now tell us what is happening on the TV screen. Singing and walking around. Oh, here comes the commercial. What commercial is this? What do you see? You don't know? You can't see anything? A blank commercial? Oh, you see? a lot of us turn our minds off on the commercials also, or else we're in the kitchen getting something to eat at this time or elsewhere. Now, change the channel, Jeanette. Flip to another channel and see what we get. Completely relaxed and feeling wonderful and enjoying every bit of it.
Quality's pretty bad, Sir Vanilla.
What channel did you turn? Channel 2. What's on Channel 2 now? Oh, Jack Benny. Is he funny? What's he doing?
He's in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas. What's happening? Tell us.
So, what I think is what's happening is he's hypnotizing her to think that there's a TV in front of her, and she's changing the channels and telling him what's on the different channels of the TV, but there's no TV there, and that's why all the kids are having a good time. I've been to hypnotist shows, pretty sure it can be real. People say they're fully aware, but they do basically whatever the hypnotist believes and says. No, I mean, did we get anything else? No, I did this weird role play where the dad was trying to convince his daughter to go along with it to prove the legitimacy of hypnotizing, but there was no actual Hypno-Mercy content yet.
Who's with him?
So he's all by himself with the clerk.
Is he very funny?
Yes.
How funny? What did he do?
Oh.
He is funny, isn't he? What's Jack Benny doing that's so funny?
Jack Benny.
Well, he put the link in his machine. And he ran all out of nickels. They keep coming out. They hit him on the head. Oh, it's great.
Who hit him on the head?
The nickels.
Oh, the nickels hit him on the head. All right, Jeanette,
I wish it was that easy to be funny nowadays. You could just hit someone on the head and be funny. But instead you gotta live stream on Twitch and play fart noises. It's so hard. Good night, Aiden. I'm gonna call it a night too, I think, with this stream. But this is good. We can resume this one next time. I'm sure there's more to be had on the hypnotist stuff. But great stuff, great stream. We what did we find out? We did the Hypno-Mercy thing. We listened to some great blues, folk music. We found out more about the organization that this guy belonged to. We listened to a blank tape. And now we listen to some classroom hypnosis. I'm looking forward to hearing more about Jack Benny's hit over the head routine next time. Hell yeah. So YouTube searched Hypno-Mercy Foundation. I got something about Pokemon cults. Perfect. Yeah, we got a whole new Discord room for this. If you guys find out anything else, Spacious Barn posted some more newspaper clippings in there. Thank you. I'll do the link. Oh. Hop in the Discord. It's called Real to Real. Sir Vanilla just said it. But thanks for joining us, guys. This is great. This is fun. It's relaxing. And yeah. I'll try to do it next week at some point, but I'll let you guys know. But besides that, the normal Everything Now show, if you could call it normal, streams every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like and subscribe, please. Please like and subscribe. It helps so much. It helps us be able to do more comedy. Yeah. We're going to be back Wednesday. I don't know what we're doing for the show yet. But we'll find that out. And yeah. Let's raid someone. Lean Green Machine says no. Hell yeah, Lean Green Machine. You tuned in at just the right time. The time where the show ends. I'm gonna send you over to our friend Matty Riri. He's playing video games, which we don't usually raid gamers, but he's nice, and I know him IRL. Check him out. Tell him we say hey. Matty Riri. There he is. Okay. We're starting the raid. Where's the like button on Twitch? Yeah, I don't know. Keep looking for it. I'm a newbie. I'm a noob here on Twitch, so if anyone knows where the like button is, please let me know. It'd be really good to know that so I can tell the people to like it. Thanks. Bye. Raid hashtag is, wait, his last name is Real. So do real to real, REEL, like the Discord thing. Just do hashtag real to real. Anyway. Bye.